Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for some football? Let's find out. What is going on, everybody? Nathan here with the Everyday Drinker, bringing you guys a brand new video. Today we are going to do episode number 1 of our Bourbon NFL Showdown. Now, we've waited a couple of weeks because honestly I wanted to forget what was in each sample bottle, and I want to drag this throughout the entire NFL season and hopefully have the Super Bowl of Bourbons fall on the same week or week before or week after the actual NFL Super Bowl, so that it is actually the Super Bowl of NFL Bourbons, right? So if you don't know what we got going on, I'll put a link down below on the Bourbon NFL Draft. Each bottle behind me, each NFL team had their chance to draft one bourbon out of 100 bottles of bourbons that I had open on my shelf. And well, we've got 32 NFL teams and we've got 32 samples poured into sample bottles, numbered, and I have absolutely no idea what team is numbered for what. So at this point, we've got number 13. You will know what team that is. And we've got number 21. And again, you will know what team that is, poured into their respective Glencairns. We're going to blind these, and whichever one wins out of this moves on in the bracket play to round number 2 to possibly get their chance to play in the Bourbon NFL Super Bowl. And may the best NFL team win this entire showdown. If you guys are enjoying the content, make sure you drop that like. You guys are killing it like crazy. Absolutely love the love that you are giving me. If you're brand new, hit that subscribe button because we're really close to 4,300 subscribers, which is only 700 subscribers away from 5,000. And like I've been saying, at 5,000 subscribers, we're giving away a bottle of Blanton's. All you got to do is smash that subscribe button. And if you enjoy the content, one more thing, drop a comment down below on what your favorite NFL team is and if your team gets kicked out of this showdown. But without further ado, I want to get into drinking some of these bourbons, and I know you guys want to know which bottle of bourbon, which NFL team is going to keep on moving on to the final round. We're going to start here on our left. Not quite sure. This is number 13. Again, you guys know what team is what. I will keep each team's logo on their respective side on the bottom here of the corner so you know which one wins. So here on the left, that smells, oh, that's a very cherry forward nose. Nose isn't going to be any kind of a factor. Everything else that goes into this is all going to be taste preference. That's a light nose. These are both light noses. But I like the nose of this one a little bit more. Very, very enjoyable sip. It's a little bit higher proof. I'd say probably in the 100 tier, 100-ish proof in that area. Very cherry, very oaky, has a little bit, you know what I'm gonna, I think that, maybe like 95 to 100 proof actually. This one definitely smells a little bit lower proof than this one though. I'm gonna say like in that 90 proof tier. Definitely a lighter style proofed bourbon. I'm going to say 90. And it's just lackluster compared to this one. Now, this one wasn't anything spectacular, right? I mean, it's going to get a week 1 win, and we might not have it moving on. It might just be a one and done. But at this moment, the one here on the left is going to continue on in this Bourbon NFL Showdown. Number 13, whatever team that is, congratulations to you. Number 21, you're kicked to the door. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have game number 2 of the day. We've got number 4, which is team right here. And we've got number 15, which is team number here. Absolutely no idea what these are. Very excited to get into these. Round number 1 wasn't the best, right? Week 1 isn't always going to be the best of the best, right? You're not putting up your best foot forward. You try to, but it's preseason for a lot of these guys. So, but, ooh, a little oaky on that nose. This one's very fruit forward. Whatever this one is, I like the nose of that one a little bit more. This is oaky. It's got a little bit more of an ethanol like burn coming through on it. I'm finding a touch of a cherry, but I'm getting a little bit more of like a darker fruit aspect coming off of this. Okay, all right. This is a little bit brighter, a little bit more, it has a little citrus, a little orange coming through on it. It's a little warmer, it brings a little bit more happiness into my life smelling this guy, but it's all about the palate. And we tried the glass on the left the first time. We're gonna try the glass on the right here on this game. So here we go, cheers everybody. Caramel, a lot of sugary aspects coming through on that, but nothing is like singing hallelujah like you're gonna run away with this from that. And let's get into the glass on the left. See if this one has anything more pronounced, a little bit more rambunctious, more go-getter on this guy. Let's see. Again, nothing too crazy there. Not the biggest fan of this one. These are pretty much double blinds. I have absolutely no idea what I am drinking in any of these. I like the nose, and I think I like the palate a little bit more here on the right. Yeah, the winner of game number 2 here on this NFL Bourbon Showdown is going to go to number 15, whatever team this is. Congratulations, you're moving on to round number 2 of the single elimination bracket of this NFL Bourbon Showdown. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are into game number 3 of this episode number 1 of this NFL Bourbon Showdown. We've got number 12, which is team whatever this one is, and number 24, whatever team this one is. We started on the right on the last time. We're going to go back to the left here, and oh wow, that's a dark. That's a rye. That is 100% a rye out of whatever ones these are. Oh, this might be a rye showdown. This really might be a rye showdown. I can't remember how many ryes we had in the draft and how many of them got drafted, but I don't have a lot of ryes compared to the bourbons. And if this is a rye showdown, that's a pretty interesting come up right here. All right, okay. If I'm going to pick a nose, I'm going to go with the one on the right. I like it a little bit more. It's a little bit brighter. I get a little bit more orange. This one here, whenever I have ryes, right, I always look for that orangey zestiness that comes through on it. I find that a little bit more enjoyable than that spicy, herbal dill sometimes you get out of ryes. And this one has a little bit more dill coming through on it. Watch it not even be a rye at all, but that has a little bit more of those darker baking spice herbal-y qualities to it, while this one, much brighter. It's a little bit more on that more enjoyable style nose, if you know what I'm saying. But we all drink our bourbon, we don't just smell it, and our ryes, we're all our whiskeys, all of our spirits. So let's get into the glass on the left here, everybody. Definitely a rye. Has to be a rye. It's pleasant, but it's not the most enjoyable sip I've ever had of a rye. I'm trying to place it, and I don't want to make a guess here. It's good. It's good. Don't get me wrong, but it's not great. Let's see if this one can pull ahead and steal the W. Tasting it might, yeah, it's rye-esque, it is. But it's a little sweeter. It's a little bit sweeter. Let's go on one more sip. I'm going to have to go with the one on the left. I think it's a little bit more complex. I think it has a little bit more going for it. And the one on the right here, while it's a little sweeter, it doesn't have much going on for it after that sweetness. So number 24 is taking the L in week number 1, and number 12 is moving on to round number 2. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have the final game of the day. It is Sunday Night Football here on episode number 1. We've got number 11, my lucky number, AJ Brown Go Birds. But whatever team this is, not too sure what that is. And then we've got number 7. Again, you will know what team that is right here on the bottom corner. We switched up the glasses because I ran out of Glencairns. Apparently they're all dirty. But we have 2 of the same here. And so we're going to get on to the right here and dig into these noses and see which one of these final bourbons is going to move on to round number 2. That's got a very, very nice, simple, sweet, rounded off nose. I dig that a lot. And this one is earthy. This is very herbal. Not herbal, it's very hay bale-y, earthy, grassy. I get a touch of a light fruit coming off of it, but it's nothing that's extra, right? This one had a little bit more extra coming out on that nose, and I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed that nose a lot. But let's get on the palate. It might be a little bit proofier. I can't quite tell. Let's get in that glass on the left. Ooh, I like 11 a lot. That's really good. I like that earthy quality that's coming through on that. It brings a little bit of a sweetness, but it has a little bit more of like a coffeeness coming through on it, and I like that a lot. But yeah, so I like the one on the left a little bit more, I think, but we're going to go into the fourth quarter here. It's proofier. This one is a little bit proofier. I don't know how proofy, but I don't think it's anything that's substantial compared to the one on the left. The one on the left is taking the W. I definitely like number 11 here a little bit more, and number 11 is going to take the W here on the final game of episode number 1 of this Bourbon NFL Showdown. Number 7 is moving off into the loser's bracket, and number 11 is taking the dub. So we've got number 11, 12, 15, and 13. So 11, 12, 13, 15. All moving on to round number 2. So there you guys have it. I'm sorry if your team lost, but these teams are moving on. Kudos to you. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Episode number 2 will be coming out here shortly. But until next time, this has been Nathan with the Everyday Drinker. Cheers.